Hey, rock stars! It is Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and it's officially June. Can you believe it? I'm a little bit freaked out at that fact, but it is true story. Couple things I want to make sure we know what's going on. Number one, the new class in the box. If you haven't ordered that yet, I would get on that right away. You're going to want to get that in your hands. We're going to have some training from doTERRA coming up on how you can utilize that to build your doTERRA business. It's new. It's very improved. You're going to want to get it. Order two. The other thing is the citrus bloom. I had some confusion around that. It's not sold out. You can still get the kit, but the hand wash is gone. So if you're looking to get the citrus bloom collection, get on and get that now. You'll also notice under the special promotions or special offers at doTERRA, you can still get the Mother's Day kit. So if you want to stock up on a couple of those, and then the Father's Day kit with that really cool little, I don't know, toiletry bag, make sure you're ordering that because Father's Day is in 2 Sundays. So I know every man in our life wants more doTERRA, so make it happen. Okay, beyond that, next week we're gonna have doTERRA starting to release convention updates and announcements. So make sure that you're watching for those as they enroll. Kind of how it's gonna flow this year with it being online. It's going to be different, but I think it's going to be fun too. There's a lot of people talking about still getting together, renting a home, getting together with your team. I think it's also a fun idea to live stream that together with your team. Everyone jump on a Zoom and do it together. And then just start thinking about some fun ways that we might be able to do something to recognize those who are walking, right? Because that's a big deal. And so let's find a way that we can do that virtually. So if anyone has any really fun suggestions, please shoot those my way. We have our very proud mom and papa tonight. Mark and Romy are on here with us. They just rolled into Montana a couple of days ago. I hope you got your grass cut, guys. It looked like it's nice and green and all is well up in your land. Where's Dana? Dana? Hey, will you chat if you unmute? Yeah. Dana had this idea, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago. And Dana, will you just kind of share your theory, your idea behind this, and then we're going to make this cute, fun little video.
Well, yeah, a couple months ago, and actually it was even before that, because like several months ago, there was a post that had popped up in Rockstars about doing like a t-shirt for convention or something like that. And then, you know, it just kind of got forgotten and we didn't talk about it and didn't go anywhere. But then all of a sudden, kind of when all of this stuff started going down with Corona and all the things, it was just something that I was like, you know, let's do something like fun and kind of inspiring and just to kind of get people motivated and activated and all that kind of stuff. Right. And obviously I didn't know about any of the stuff that doTERRA was going to be announcing or launching or anything like that. But I thought, well, it'd be just kind of fun, right? We did the t-shirt thing with Joanna and it was really fun and just kind of pulled everybody together and some excitement and a good thing. So I mentioned it to Latarin and Karina, and Karina helped me design the t-shirt. My friend Andrea, I invited her to the call, but I don't think she's on here.
She's here. Yeah, she's here.
She is?
Yeah.
Andrea's here. Yay! There you are. Yeah. So anyways, she had made a t-shirt that I'd asked for myself, and I was like, you know what? They weren't super expensive, and I thought it'd be just kind of fun. So, and because we love Romy and Mark and all the things, and you guys just, yeah, we just thought it was kind of a fun thing that you just kind of start a ripple effect, right? You throw a pebble in and the ripple just keeps going and going and going. So yeah, good. Thanks. Bye.
Awesome. I love it. We have some people on this call that have never met Mark and Romy. So before I ask us to do what I'm going to ask us to do, Mark, do you want to introduce yourselves to some of these people that feel your energy and know your heart and are here because of the people that you guys have synced up with? I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to introduce yourself and share a little bit of your story. Your video was posted last week. It's been circulating around, so enlighten us. Tell us.
I don't want to.
See, welcome to my world immediately.
Well, I never had a lot to do with this. It was all her, and you guys all know that. It was all her. I just tagged along. I was arm candy. Still am the arm candy, but you know, she did it all. You guys know that. I once I retired from my job and came home full time, then I went to work for Romy. I did anything that Romy didn't want to do or didn't have time to do. So that meant shopping and stuff like that. Of course,
I hate to shop, if you know me. I hate to shop.
but I got to buy lingerie and stuff without, you know, feeling like a pervert or something. I knew that, you know, I was on a mission then, so I had to shop for everything. No, it's been a wonderful ride. You know, we've had a tough year here this last year, but we are so blessed with the people that God has brought into our lives, and we both totally feel that God handpicked this team of 57,000 people so far. We're just amazed at the friendships and the heart of all the people that we have on the team. I don't know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a great story. Okay, so what I would like to do is just make a short video. I'm gonna restart this recording so we have just a clip of it. But the question that I have that I would like everyone to think about for just a moment, and then we can answer it individually. I'd like everyone to take a turn is, what does true freedom mean for you? And how has this doTERRA family impacted that? Yeah, are you guys up for this? What does true freedom mean to you, and how has this doTERRA family impacted that?
Can I add one thing, Kenzie?
Absolutely. It's your world, Mark. I'm living in it.
So, Dana, thank you for coming up with this idea. But this ripple and Andrea, the shirts are awesome. They're
Design,
really
everything.
really cool.
Like, yes.
And
love them.
I don't know if you guys know this, and maybe that's why you did it. But Romy, I would say, in the second or third year, the ripple effect was very important for her. That's been her platform for a long time. And so I don't know if you knew that before, but this ripple effect has always been very important to her and a big part of how she did things. So that was, when I saw that ripple effect, I just went, that's cool.
And you guys make everything easy because you're just easy to love. And I didn't start with a business plan, and sometimes it gets super confusing because we're told to do things in so many different ways. I didn't have any kind of a plan. My only plan was to love people, and it worked. And that was as simple as it was. And it's super duplicatable. You don't have to worry about anything else. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. And the reason that I've been able to take this time to heal is only because of you guys. You'll never know how much I appreciate you all.
So much love. I too love the shirts and think they are incredible. And I had a lot of fun today scrolling through your Facebook page, Romy, looking just back at your photos. So many like moments of time that we've shared together over the last 5 years. Just quotes and messages and comments. And if you guys haven't taken the time to go through Romy's personal Facebook page for a hot minute, go there and check out her photos and scroll back a decade and just check out all the fun things. Okay, so the question, guys, is what does true freedom mean to you, and how has this doTERRA family impacted that? So let's just go one at a time and answer that question. So who would like to start? I'll start. How about I start, and then we'll let LaTaryn go because I can tell she's ready. So here we go. So true. So I'm gonna mute you
She
guys.
just broke her neck.
She'll be okay. So true freedom to me means having the ability to live life by your own terms. It means to live life and follow your own heart and your own intuition, and having the resources to do that. And it also means being able to bless people all along the way, all along the journey. And this doTERRA family has greatly impacted what true freedom means to me on such a deep level, like even furthermore than doTERRA. What an opportunity and privilege it is to partner with Mark and Romy. I literally do not feel like an employee, even though I get a paycheck every single month. It's been an incredible journey, and it's been so fun to do life and meet so many incredible people. I have so much fun when we get to go to convention and I get to see so many of you and love on you, and I appreciate you welcoming me into your doTERRA journey as well with open arms and everything that we've been able to have. This truly feels like a family to me. There's not anybody on this call that I personally wouldn't call in need and say, hey, this is what's up with me, can you help me? And that's incredible to me because some of you I've never actually physically met. So I love you guys. It's an honor to be here with you every week. LaTaryn, I pass to you, and will you please pass when you're done to the next?
Yes, I definitely should have seen that one coming.
Kevin has to talk too.
Kevin has, oh, good. Sweet. So my take on true freedom is actually family, lifestyle, and friends. We would not have the life that we have and the lifestyle that we have right now if it weren't for my mom dragging me to that first class and her telling me, I just need you to do this for me, please. And that's our life and our family would be completely different if it wasn't for Mom and Papa and doTERRA. That's Kevin worked out of town 3 weeks out of the month, home for 2 days, majority of the time. It was hard. And usually when he was home, he was doing military duty, so he wasn't actually home. Like, I felt like a single mom. It was rough. And it definitely would not be the same. And I don't think we would have the relationship with each other, with our family, and with our children and our friends that we have. Like, doTERRA is not, like, our team is not just friends. Like, you guys are all part of our family. I consider all of you part of our family and would welcome every single one of you and have had many of you in our home. And we love the relationships and the opportunity that we have with this Ripple. It's amazing. Next. And then you get to pass the one.
Oh, well, I mean, you won't, I can't really say much different than anything, like we've lived a similar life and had a very similar experience and result. I guess for me, like, I didn't jump aboard right off the bat. So I was never happier to, have been wrong initially. So, we've been blessed in many ways, and I've watched, all the relationships and everybody's lives, continue to be blessed and grow over so many years that I can't imagine, anything else that I'd rather be a part of. So. Anybody that would like to go next?
Aunt Karina.
I'll totally go. So, true freedom, what does it mean to me? My husband came home in 2016 to be able to be with me full time. That was my why. That just opened up the world for us. And we've had some serious family stuff that has happened over that time frame. And the freedom to be able to still have an income and be able to take care of family and take care of each other. I can't imagine not being there for Russ last year. That's freedom. That you get to choose what you want to do, and it is life altering. So really grateful, and I've had the freedom to meet so many new people and see people that come from Oregon and come see me just as a side, just because she was coming to the area. And it's like, I would have never met her if it weren't for doTERRA. There are literally thousands of people that I've gotten to meet because of the freedom of doTERRA and the freedom to travel and the freedom to choose. So it's been an incredible journey. So I picked Lindsay next. Oh. I didn't just do that. Did I just do that? Oh, there. I thought that I just
Hi. So, true freedom means definitely a lot of what LaTerrence said. It's a lifestyle change for my family. We're a military family, and when we started doTERRA, I mean, it was mind-blowing that someone would drive all the way from Utah to North Carolina. I remember seeing that little tiny red car in front of my house. I mean, that was crazy. But it has changed my life and my family's life, and I do not know I mean, what we would do without doTERRA. The people in doTERRA, no, my husband doesn't trust me with anybody, but Kevin is like Jeremiah. I mean, LaTerrence, my sister. I mean, it's really true freedom is like, it really has been a lifestyle change for us. And we're getting out of the military, and we're not going to have to worry about a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm very grateful. I'm extremely grateful. I don't even, I don't have enough words. I am so thankful that you drove all the way across the country to come see me and my couple people, my little people party. But yes, it's a lifestyle. It's a family. It's a lifestyle and blessing people. And not having to, and I'm really grateful for everybody. Just taking care of your family. When Timothy was in the hospital, like freedom to work from anywhere. When he was in the hospital, like it's a lifestyle change, true freedom. to work from wherever you are. I, I, I don't know what I would have done, you know? Army paychecks don't pay a lot. You guys can do a lot with. It's a huge lifestyle change. So, Shannon.
You have me all emotional already. I haven't even started talking, Lindsay. I probably can't look at you, so I'm gonna read my paper. True freedom is probably like gaining the confidence and Lindsay and everybody, not just you. It's not your fault. And then how the team has impacted me is gaining a family. Everybody that I have met, like open arms, open house, sleep in my camper, sleep in my kids' bunk bed. Here's a hug. And we'd all do the same for anybody. If you're driving through, we'd all do the same. And that has superbly impacted me because I really don't feel that anywhere else. So choose Michelle Ward.
Hey everybody. Oh man, I can feel you, Shannon. Especially when it comes to the friendship piece. True freedom is going from sometimes when you're alone and you can get that message from Dana or the encouraging message from Lindsay or Lateran that just checks in on you. It's those friends that just come out of nowhere. And to me, that's a freedom that I've never experienced ever before. And outside of my doTERRA family, but with you guys, I've always felt that there, and I've never felt alone in this business ever. So for true freedom for me, I gotta look at my little book here too. When I was working full time and when they were getting ready to let me go from my position, it was to tell and to look at me and tell me that, well, a few months before that, they pretty much said, Michelle, quit playing around with your oils on the nights and the weekends. And true freedom was to be able to kind of quietly and have this grounding emotion inside of me and a smile to think, it's okay. You can think that. I just play around with these oils on the weekends, but I am making more from this side business than you're paying me, honey. And to be able to have that know in my heart that I was in the right place the day that I was told, we don't need you anymore, I thought, you know what, it's okay. It's okay that they don't need me there because God's got a bigger mission. And I went to the altar and I said, dear Lord, I don't have the strength or I'm like a bulldog. You hold on to something, you can beat me to death and I'll still be holding on to it. And he knew I wasn't going to give up that hospital job. And I asked him and he took care of it. And so true freedom is to be able to have that belief and to just surrender and trust the process. And he takes care of it all. And that is something that Romy and I talked a lot about this as Christians. We have to surrender and trust. And the biggest thing that I learned in this business was not only just how to learn to love others truly and unconditionally, even through frustrations and different things and misunderstandings, but the biggest thing was how to love myself. And we forget to do that so often. But this community teaches you how to love yourself because they love you so much. And all the time, no matter what you're doing or not doing, they just love you. And Romy taught us, just love them. Keep loving them wherever they're at. And that has been like the biggest lesson. And I continue to stand by that. Some other things is, you know, as we go through this COVID and we've been through this lockdown, is to be able to wake up with my children in my arms, or they snuggle with them in the mornings and not have to run off and wear a mask at a hospital all day long like I used to have to do in my job. It is to be able to travel, you know, with my girls to their dance competitions on the weekends and not worry about if my boss is going to allow me to be off or not for that night or that weekend. It's hitting gold, and I'll never forget it. And I called my husband from my basement office and I said, oh my gosh, honey, we didn't have to take any money out of our savings account to pay bills this month. And I know that sounds like they had money to pay bills or they had some money in their savings. doTERRA allowed that to even get in there. I mean, during competition season, usually that like disappears and it's gone, and we're like, ugh, we got 6 months till Christmas, you know? And I just always pray that November looks good, right? And no, that was just, it was a huge piece. And just to know that we were making the bills and that comfort level. And I know for some, it's just putting the gas in their car. And you guys, that's true freedom. When you just know that you have that money to either make that payment or put that gas in the car or put food on your table. True freedom is seeing a leader. And I'll never forget this, being on driving to another state. And for her, she at first was calling, and her husband called, and they just went through the local drive-through taco place, and she was upset because she didn't know if she had enough money in her account to pay for the taco that driving her, and we were going to get enrollments that night. And to see her just years down the road, not only to be able to take these vacations, her daughter was taking more dance classes. She was able to actually travel down to Florida to see family, extended family, and she's got a new home. She couldn't have afforded that new home before. That's a ripple, you guys. That is true freedom. And the blessings that come from the one ripple, the one decision to give and to share. So that's been huge for me. And then the late nights we spend and have fun and enjoy on these weekends or these nights, and to know that the next morning I can sleep in tomorrow. I do have to get my kids to dance class, but I can sleep in tomorrow. And heck, I get to take my kids to dance class on a weekday, and I don't have to go to work, and I can make some calls and talk to some friends literally all day long and call it work. That is freedom. That is amazing to just be able to connect with other, you know, individuals like that. So to me, that's what true freedom. And it's so easy now for me to love and share love and, you know, give love and receive love. And, you know, the financial piece of it, the burdens it just takes away, it changes your life. It has completely changed our lives. And I can't wait to see the many, many ripples and the many more people beyond the 57,000 people that have been, and families that have been blessed. I can't wait till I have 57,000 people that have been resulted from my little small ripple. So thank you, Romy and Mark. I cannot thank you enough for all you've done for my family. So thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna choose Jackie.
Well, hello, everybody. Man, this is like the perfect conversation or video for the day I've had. True freedom to me means being able to be home with my kids. It means having the freedom to do something that fulfills me more than anything I've ever done in my entire life. I didn't get into this for the business. I got into it for citrus bliss. And I literally, like legitimately, you guys, I do what you're not supposed to do. I bought a diffuser and citrus bliss off somebody else's account. And then I enrolled and I love them and I shared them, and it just spiraled into the most amazing thing in the entire world. It means having a huge why of working to retire my husband. It means dreaming big and waiting for the day, hopefully before too long, to be able to buy land and have a farm and have things that I never truly thought that I would want or ever be able to get to have. Dreaming bigger than I've ever dreamed in my entire life, and doing more self-development than I even knew was possible. The past couple years, since I've been doing this full time, have been the most amazing years of my life. It has been hard, but it has been worth every single second. And all of you have been always there. Like, it's always positive. There's always support. There's always somebody that is messaging or reaching out or willing to help. And it's just selfless. Like, everybody is just so giving and caring and loving, and it's amazing. And this all started with my very first convention at the Truman Team Convention when I met Romy. And literally, she is the reason that I'm doing doTERRA as a business. She made me go to convention. She said, I said, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have a baby. She goes, bring her, it's fine, you gotta go. And I was there. I met Lateran for the first time. I met Iris for the first time there. And that was how my journey started. And it's just been, ever since then, it's been absolutely incredible. So the possibilities are endless. And you can't get this anywhere else. You can't get this behind a desk. You can't get this at a 9-to-5. It's just amazing. So true freedom means having the most amazing friends and family in doTERRA, and being with them no matter, whether it's virtual or whether we get to be in person and hug. So thank you, Romy and Mark. You guys are amazing. All right. Dana.
All right, you guys, I had to write stuff down because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna forget. Yeah, true freedom. It's pretty incredible. Because I started with doTERRA 3 years ago, and after, just played around with my practice for the first year and didn't really do a lot with it. But then I had to stop seeing patients for a year and just was thrown into this position of what the heck am I supposed to do? Because I still need to do something for income. And it was all because of my out of control anxiety and emotions. And all of a sudden it just kind of dawned on me about a month or two later. And I'm like, oh, wait, I've got these oils that I should probably be using a little bit more than I am. And you guys, it changed everything. There was a challenge that was going on in Rockstars that summer 2 years ago. And it was huge to just kind of, give me the ability to have a little bit of income and build it up to the equivalent of my practice. To just kind of have the freedom that, okay, it's okay that I'm not working in my normal capacity right now. And life is going to go on and it's going to be okay. And all of those things. Right. And I still had the freedom to work when I wanted to and all of those things, and to be there for my kids and everything that they had going on. And, but the biggest part for me has been the support, because without Rockstars, I never would have been able to make it this far, because Adam's fine with it. But when it comes to anybody else in my family, there's no way. I get nothing but flack from everybody, and, for all the things, not just doTERRA. And this is it, you guys, this is my family. I don't talk to my brother. Adam has one sister and we don't talk to her. So it's like, you guys get all of it. That's why you guys get calls and texts and all these random messages like, oh my gosh, what do I do? But it's amazing, and convention, right? Jackie was just talking about that, and I hadn't been, but I really, really, really wanted to go. And I finally just bit the bullet. Couldn't theoretically I couldn't really afford it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go because I need to go because it's gonna be worth it. And I made it happen. And you know, I mean, I flew by myself from Michigan, and I knew some of you guys were going to be there, but it's a different thing, right? You know people virtually, you've never actually met them, and it's just kind of one of those things where like, are these people like legit, or are these like weird people? And you know, you get there, and it's like I landed in Salt Lake City around midnight, and had flown with somebody else who was kind of in the same situation. It's like you get there and it's like, well, now what? And you have this insane adventure, right? You get an Uber by yourself at midnight in a town you've never been to before. And you drive 20 minutes from the airport to this dark little town and show up at this not empty, but you show up at this house, and you know people are inside that house that you've met through here, but it's like, what's this going to be like? And it was amazing, you guys. I mean, it's like I stayed with Crystal and Neil and Kelly and Heather and Abra and Patty, and it's like, oh my gosh, it was incredible. And then I spent my days with Tracy and Valerie, and it's just, you know, I mean, it's incredible. And it's all because of Romy, because Romy decided that she was going to share, and she shared with her family, and her family just kept sharing and sharing and sharing, and it all trickled down. You know, doTERRA could have, would have eventually, you know, fallen into my lap through another channel, through another avenue, but there's nothing quite like Rockstars. So yeah, so that's true freedom to me. So let's do Kelly, since I got to stay with Kelly at convention.
Hey, so I'm not a super emotional person, and I really don't like to talk about feelings. So this is going to be a struggle for me. But I think true freedom is, I mean, I went into nursing because I love helping people, but I also, I'm military. So when we moved down here to South Carolina, I made some friends. I didn't really feel like I fit in with a lot of the military spouse crowd. But I did make friends through volunteering and doing things that I enjoyed doing by helping other people. And this has given me another outlet to help people and to do things that I feel good about. And I mean, I'm pretty new to it, but the community that I've met here has been, I mean, I don't feel like I'm lacking in any friends or family or anything. I always feel like I have support. And I really feel like, you know, everything doTERRA does is about purity and integrity. And I do feel that, you know, there's this doTERRA effect that happens with just from the community that it builds. I mean, I really love that. And it means an absolute lot to me to have people that I can go to and trust. And I feel like I know people, and I have to think about it. I'm like, have we actually met? I don't know. But I feel like I have. The first time I met Neil, I'm like, no, I think I met you. No, I haven't, but you know, here's a hug. I mean, it's that kind of community, and I love having that. And you know, I'm struggling with trying to figure out whether or not to go back to work and find a job. But I feel like this is a really, really good opportunity, and it's, you know, the flexibility to pick up and go on a road trip and help a friend who needs help moving, you know, a child cross country or something, and have that and not have to, you know, schedule vacations out 6 months in advance, you know, or whatever. You know, and even as a nurse, there's flexibility with scheduling when you're working 312s, but you're still at, you're still sometimes begging people to switch shifts with you. So being able to be home with the kids during COVID and not have to worry about going into hospital was huge. So, yep. Is Iris still on here? Where'd Iris go?
Yes, Kelly, here I am. I don't know where to start with Romy and Mark. Kai got me going with when I was having sleep issues, and she says, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I think it was, you need to try lavender. and that was in 2014. And within 2 or 3 months, I knew that this was where I belonged. Most of my work has always been for stroke survivors, and Lateran helped me find a protocol that I know God was just putting it in your hands, Lateran, and that has made such a difference. Thank you, Genzie. I'm sure that's going to help. It made such a difference in my doTERRA life. And Romy and Mark were the ones that, well, in order to do this, you have to be dedicated. Not quite the way that I think Romy was hoping for, because I'm still a shaky premier instead of a gold, and I still have all the gold things around my house everywhere. But it's the stroke community needs someone to help them, and these oils are amazing, as you all know, and that's just what I can do to spread the love. The other thing is that everywhere I go, I can spread joy, and that comes first from Romy and Mark and their attitude, and then it all ripples bigger and bigger circles. So thank you, Romy and Mark, for showing me that there is a place for even the most, not the most, but even a supposedly handicapped person to live a life for others that really means something. Thanks for that. Tracy.
Okay. All right, darlings. So I met Romy and Mark in St. Louis a number of years ago, and I made gluten-free brownies for Mark. Okay, nice gooey ones that he really liked. And I remember standing there just kind of grilling Romy about, I guess about her, I don't even remember what we talked about, but just, and, I was just so struck that Romy was the real deal, really. Yeah. Yeah. And she was just unapologetically her. All right. And I kind of think that's what true freedom is. It's the freedom to be you, and to show up as you are and to shine your light in the way that only, you can do it, the way that I can do it, I fought for the longest time to be in this business because I had been in direct sales with a company that's largely pink, okay, for a long time, and I didn't get doTERRA at all, not at all. The first time I went to convention, it was like, why are these people in shorts? Why? Shorts and flip-flops. It was a much different culture for me. But it's brought me so much more personal growth. It's brought me so much more relationships. I can honestly say that my best friends, are in doTERRA, and people that I really trust and I can be real with. I think that being real with somebody, it takes a long time to get there. And I think, this is a group that we love each other however we are, that kind of a thing. And I'm so proud that we're a rock star, that we're all rock stars, and that we just wouldn't be here without you. That's all. We just love you so much. We just love you so much. So anyways, so that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Zena.
True freedom to me, I think, is a little bit different than what most people have shared so far. I still work a regular job. I've been there 35 years, and right now I don't want to leave because I love my job. And I've always been a giver from the heart, but financially I've never really been able to give, except of my time and myself. And unlike Kelly, I am very emotional, so I'll probably squall like a baby. But once I started with doTERRA, the people here are amazing. I only physically have met one person on this call, and that's my leader, Susie, who is amazing. But I feel like I'm connected with every one of you. I mean, I actually feel like you're friends. I consider you friends and family. I would have no problem calling up any of you and saying, hey, I've got a problem. Non-doTERRA related, I've got a problem and I need help. And I feel like every one of you would be right there to help me, as I would be for you. But what doTERRA has allowed me to do is it's now given me tools that I can help people. And it doesn't have to be a financial burden. I can actually give them things that are going to help them, teach them how they can then help themselves. So in that effect, doTERRA has given me true freedom to be able to help as many people as I possibly can. And it's short and sweet, and that's what I got. Thank you, Romy, Mark, even though I've never met you or any of you others, I love you all. Susie, you're up, babe.
My true freedom comes from working in healthcare for 25 years. And the reason that I went into that field was because I love helping people. That's what makes me feel good, is when other people feel good. But after several years of that and all the limitations that are put on you and everything turning into more about paperwork than actually being able to focus on the whole person, I burnt out. And that's when doTERRA came along, and I finally have found myself again. And what I feel like my true purpose on this earth was to do is to help people, mind, body, and spirit. And that has given me back my true freedom. And that is one of the biggest reasons that I love doTERRA. And as far as the ripple effect, another thing that probably turned me on to the business part of it was my first convention, and this beautiful, badass biker babe pulled up. And I knew right then that you didn't have to fit a certain mold or fit in a certain box to be able to do this business. You could be yourself. And Romy, thank you for that. And I'll always love you for that. And I have met so many amazing people through this business. And I love you all. And I missed part of this, so I don't know who's next, who's left.
Who wants to go that hasn't gone?
Kai.
There we go. Hi. For those of you that we have never met, I am Jennifer Cancino's mom. And she came from Tennessee one time and she said, "We're going to do this." Am I going? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm talking to myself. And anyway, I was all in from day one. Well, day two. Day one, she put Melaleuca directly in my son's ear. And I thought, this is the stupidest stuff I've ever heard of. But then his ears opened up and it was fine. And she kept talking about this Romy. And I said, "Well, where is she?" And she goes, "Well, she travels around in a camper." And I thought that sounded so sketchy, but it's wonderful. And so I was all in to, I haven't traveled a lot. I haven't been to convention because I was all in to watch Jennifer's babies. And she'd come home just so lit with excitement. And when she did Diamond Club, she included Nebraska and Iowa. And the gals that she has turned on to doTERRA are dear friends and family, and it's remarkable and it's wonderful. And it's great. And we will meet someday. Okay, who's next?
Pam.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm not near that wordy. I'm usually pretty quiet, but I am thankful to have this freedom to be able to build a business and to have a way to help with our retirement funds because Mark and I have both retired. He was law enforcement and I was family support, so we both worked for the government. And I am so thankful for Karina and Romy's parents for bringing up these beautiful ladies to help us because both of them have just been such a big blessing to me. And then they also brought in Lisa and then Debbie, and I'm underneath Debbie, and Debbie is my double first cousin. So that family tree just keeps going up higher now, and it has grown a lot. I am very thankful for being able to share the oils with different people, to learn so much from so many different ways under doTERRA. You can learn through watching people like Crystal and Kelly and Amy and all of them as they share their oils. You can also just sit and read about all the different oils. So I'm thankful for that part of the freedom to take the time when I need to and want to be able to study more about it. And I just love all of you. And let's share this with Christy Mottman.
Okay. True freedom to me is it's okay for me to not have a good brain day. I can just not necessarily take the day off, but yeah. And I love how the oils help support my brain and the rest of my body. And being able to share that with other people and my family, my husband and 2 sons, so my men and I, and thank you so much, Romy and Mark, for starting this. And my men need a t-shirt like yours, Mark, the God, Guns, Country, doTERRA is the best. So thank you guys. Oh, yeah, I don't know who's somebody else. Tear it up.
Chrissy.
I was just gonna say that.
I know you were. I'm not turning on my video just because this is going to be difficult enough for me to talk. True freedom to me, I haven't reached it yet. Not by a long ways. Because I struggle every month to come up with the money to pay for my doTERRA, and then when I get my measly check from doTERRA, that's sad. But anyway, true freedom is going to mean to me the fact that someday I will be able to help my kids out more with college and anything else they need. Romy and Mark, I met you last September, just briefly, but you guys have such a team underneath you, and we all love you very, very much. Thank you. I don't know who's left.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, do you want to share with us? She might not be at a place. Whew. I had to pull out some emotional oils during this call, you guys, just to soak it all in. This was so good. So good. Thank you so much. I'm going to kill the recording really quick.